Everyone's watching the range, but few are seeing what it really means. Bitcoin is now compressing on low volume. Powell's tone is softening, and we've seen this structure before in 2020 and 2016. This might not just be a pause. This could be the calm before the breakout that defines this structure, that defines the rest of this cycle. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. Bitcoin still ranging, kind of holding on to this 200 weekly, right? We're below it, but we're kind of going up and down right above it, right? As you can see, since more or less since we've interacted with it on 26th of February, okay, 2025. Bitcoin's still ranging between 79,000 and 84,500. All right, it is holding higher lows, right? Since this test of this triangle, the bottom part of this triangle, holding higher lows at least. And the volume is extremely low, but that equals compression. Okay, structure mirrors, as I mentioned in the intro, 2020 and 2016 post having consolidations. You can see that right through here. All right, consolidations, and 2016, 2017 right here. All right, so compared to previous cycles, we're still down here, by the way. We're still down here and dropping, okay? But that's not too out of the ordinary, all right? Don't let other people kind of fool you on that right here. All right, so the market is basically coiling. Okay, so its next move is likely to be explosive, up or down. All right, notice how there's not that much pressure here. Okay, there's not too much support here. Okay, it's weak. It's not that strong. Okay, so maybe it drops down some more. I don't know. It depends a lot on the macro, and we're going to talk about what Powell said today. All right, now let's take a look at the liquidation heat map. Here's something: bull market peak indicators. 0 for 30. All right, liquidation heat map. All right, so major short liquidations are between 85 and 87,000, just a little higher. I think this is looking on the, let's do it on the 1 week. All right, longs are at risk below 77,000, 76,000, which is like right down here. All right, so down here. So if this thing starts dropping, then yeah, that's pretty much where the longs would be at risk, and that could cause Bitcoin to drop down a bit more. Okay, BTC is wedged between both zones and high probability of volatility. All right, so at some point, again, back to the whole coiling thing, this market is coiling up and ready to make a move in one direction or the other. My bet is going to be up. Hopefully, I am right. Okay, now let's talk about really quickly about Powell's speech. There's the man right there. All right, Powell spoke today. He was cautious, but not. These are my notes. Cautious but not hawkish. Trump warns that Trump's tariffs could fuel inflation plus hurt growth. Fed says it's waiting for clarity. No rate cut commitment just yet. Unconfirmed Q&A section. I didn't see this part, but I just see it on Twitter. Comment about crypto going quote unquote mainstream plus support for legal framework, which is potentially bullish, but again, unconfirmed, not official. I'm trying to see if I can see that anywhere. I haven't seen it. All right. Overall, macro still in limbo, but tone was less aggressive than expected, and that's good. Impact on BCT outlook was a short-term choppy, likely continues. All right, short-term chop, just sideways, up and down, but structure still favors upside if data and sentiment align. Okay, and data, I see a lot of data coming out positive. Right, the sentiment needs some help. All right, but that again, sentiment can change at any time. All right, so that's basically what Powell says. Let's turn this into the weekly. All right, that's what it looks like in the weekly. Look, and we are green, at least on this candle for now, and that's good. We want to see that, guys. Believe that. But look, as you can clearly see here, it's just sideways chop, right? Consolidating, trying to get out of this triangle, and next week it's gonna have to make a decision. All right, this week we kind of hang out right here, but next week it does have to kind of make a decision or come back down. That could be the decision. Hopefully not. Still above macro trend line. Okay, as you can see. All right, we are above the 50 EMA. Above it. That's positive, right? Weekly candle must close above 83,000. I say around 84,000, really, more or less. Okay, to keep bullish bias. Yeah, 83, because that's actually where it opened at, right? 83 and change. Yeah, so like I say 84. MACD is flattening, neutral, which is neutral, waiting for our confirmation soon. All right. The RSI isn't. MACD is actually the RSI and OEV actually both look kind of flattening. Okay. On-chain ETF flows. Okay, last week all red for spot Bitcoin ETFs. Where are we at here? Clearly see that. At least yesterday we had a green day. That's good. That's positive. Plus 76 million on on Monday. All right. BTC held price though during last week's red. But I did mention when last time we looked at this and I talked about this, that the outflows aren't as heavy as they were in previous sessions, in previous times, right? Most recently, around in February. Okay, so I mean, at least they're not as heavy, and we do see spots of green. All right, as you can see right there, right? So all that it equals, okay, that the BTC price held during that, it means strong absorption. All right, they are absorbing all these sales, and that's positive. On-chain shows accumulation slowly picking back up. If you look at the data through coinglass.com, this is mostly just on-chain stuff, and you do see that. Okay, DXY, let's take a look at that next. Look at that. Let's take a look at that on the daily, but on the weekly it looks extremely bearish, right, for DXY, which is great for us. Right, it broke 2024 key support, this right here. All right, if DXY continues down, crypto could benefit. Definitely, this is one of the major ingredients. A falling dollar to Bitcoin rising. Okay. All right, and that's all for the DXY. And let's take a look at others. Yeah, let's take a look at others. Others, total crypto market cap excluding the top 10. All right, still pretty much looking like it peaked out right here, come back down, but it could be that we're ranging. Okay, but it's still above January trend line. And holding structure, which equals meme coin potential, remains valid as long as we kind of stay around here within striking distance of this line and really don't. I mean, structure could even be set down here, but I mean at that point, if it comes down here to 870, that's to me that would be considered. I would consider that a bear market. All right, but that we're staying like this. See that? Let me take this off really quick. We're still going up this line in this channel, right? If we hold on to this, we have a chance to do what we've done here and here, but this time up here. And if we break that, we're going higher. I think somewhere around here, somewhere towards the end of this year, probably. All right, that's between $1 and $3 trillion, guys. That would mean great things for those of us that are in these. For me specifically, base meme coin plays. Miggles, for example, giving back all the gains that it just had, pretty much. Oh well, oh yeah, not completely. We're still above this right here, right? Holding key support for now. Okay. Watch for breakout above local trend line. All right, so let's see that the local trend line right here, 0.035, 0.041. But if we can break above this one, boom, it would be ideal, and it would start. And if we keep moving, it would create a golden cross. This is a bearish cross right here, right on the daily, but it would create a golden cross. Would be ideal. Toshi, really quickly. Okay, so broke out last week, and we can see rejection right on the EMAs right here, right, and also this ascending line right here. So I mean, they all intersect right here. So that's a pretty strong resistance. Let's put this back here. Yeah, see, that's the strongest resistance there is, as you can see by this long data point right here. Okay, BRVP. All right, currently consolidating right here. Let's see if it holds. If it holds right around here and consolidates, cool, because after that there's a lot more clear skies for Toshi, guys. All right, we'd love to see it just stay around here. Pretty good accumulation zone, by the way. All of these are honestly in a good accumulation zone. Keycat, mid-channel bounce. Well, Keycat, again, similar type of setup. All right, although it looks like we might come all the way back down here to 0020. All right, if we can kind of hold down here and make an attack here again, I'd like to see it above 0034. Right now we're at 0025. Pretty decent buy price, although it could drop a little more depending on what the rest of the market does. And dogging me in between right now, the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Right. Structure looks pretty decent. Hopefully we can bounce off of 3052. Okay, if not, then we lose that. We're probably retesting 304743. Okay, and that's it, guys. Quick little wrap up. All right, between Powell's cautious tone, the chart compression, and low volume coiling, Bitcoin looks like it's waiting on a spark. Okay, this week's close, the next week's macro data, or even a regulatory headline could trigger it. Okay, we're waiting on a catalyst, guys. Stay sharp. This is the setup that precedes the breakout. Eventually, once we break out of here, guys, once we move out of this like 95 area, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier for it to finally move out, especially since we've tried so many times here, right, and failed. But this time, come down, getting some strength, right, and it's showing a lot of strength. Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength, even though it's dropping. It could mean that we get rejected here, right? Could mean that we get rejected here at these trend lines and come back down, right? Turn over and come back down. It's possible, all right? But still, that would still be within the structure. Although I wouldn't like to see it. It still wouldn't be like holy crap, because I mean it's been doing that this whole time since basically December of 2024. All right, so maybe a little bit more, but hopefully it holds on here. Right now I think it could. It's 50-50 for me. My bias is towards the upside. Okay, so if we break through here, I mean it would be a quick move back up to 96,000, guys. But if not, then yeah, we're gonna retest 76. Okay, let's see what happens. Bitcoin is full of surprises, but medium to long term, I am still bullish. I still believe in my predictions, and I believe I'm gonna be proven right with Bitcoin and with these meme coins. All right, Toshi, Dog Amy, Keycat, Miggles, Mr. Miggles. All right, cool. We'll leave it there. Guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and all that stuff really does help. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.